Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the Superstars of Wrestling review series for the 22nd of July, 1995. Only got a few more of these left. Don't know when they're going to update more, but always adding where we can, when we can. Obviously, the Superstars of Wrestling series major for me because it's I think, first wrestling show I ever saw as a kid in 1989. So, interesting place in my heart for this particular series. Anyway, summer of 95, an interesting time. Some people say the worst. I would say modern stuff's much worse than that. But anyhow, featuring Vince McMahon and Doc Hendricks on commentary, include vignettes. Fatu visiting the Cow Palace in his old neighborhood. Also featuring highlights from Mr. McMahon's in-ring interview with Diesel from Monday Night Raw, in which Diesel brings out lumberjacks for the In Your House deal and confrontation with Sid. Also includes a vignette showing Dr. Isaac Yankem and Jerry Lawler in the dentist office, during which Lawler speaks about Yankem facing Bret Hart before Yankem pulled a tooth out of his patient's mouth, also featuring a vignette promoting the debut of Goldust, during which he is not shown, includes closing segment highlights from the Intercontinental Championship, Jeff Jarrett's With My Baby Tonight music video as well. Jacob and Eli Blue with Uncle Zebekiah defeating 123 Kid Savio Vega at 9:31 when Kid is pinned after Zebekiah comes off the top rope with a knee to the back of the Kid's head behind the referee's back moments after Kid hits a spin kick to one of the Blue Brothers and making the cover prior to the bout. Kind of things get a little out of control. Uh, Two of the Undertaker's creatures of the night were shown sitting at ringside prior to the bout, kind of furthering their gimmick along the way as well. Always trying to keep Taker in the loop here, in this time period. 1995 was a rough go for Taker anyway. So, Savio Vega 123 Kid, I don't know if this was ever necessarily going to be a team that they were going to take seriously. Can't believe they gave it almost 10 minutes, though. Um, Certainly more of a brawl when Savio's in there. Technical big man, small man when 123 Kid is in there. Match isn't bad, but at the same time, not necessarily anything to write home about. Kid slides out to the floor, hits Uncle Zebekiah, tries to get in on it. The Kid's still doing a good bit of martial arts stuff at the time. Drop kicks by the 123 Kid, also getting things off to a very basic start. And again, uh, you know, the Blue Brothers kind of hitting a couple of shots pretty quickly. Spin kick by the 123 Kid, and Savio comes in, tries to get things going in a good direction for his team. Doesn't necessarily get everything he wants. A lot of that has to do with the size differential. Big kick to the outside. 123 Kid comes back in, and very basic punch kick for the Blue Twins, aka the Harris brothers, and they managed to get a good run here. Then we kind of see one of the Blue Twins, who the hair is an interesting run here. But anyway, one of the Blue Twins manages to take his opponent down in the reverse chinlock. Simplistic stuff. Savio managing to hit a couple of shots right under the chin. Not everything he wants, but big clothesline by one of the Blue Twins, cutting off Savio from his corner. And then they do spend a good bit of time cutting him off from his corner in a very simplistic way. Double team on the 123 Kid, who makes a hot tag during the middle. Kid is always good with the hot tags, just kind of coming in, House of Fire, martial arts thing. Kid hits a couple of pin attempts, including but not limited to sunset flips, and the Blues Brothers do get the victory. Uncle Zebekiah, as mentioned before, in the open of this match review, hits the knee from the top rope, getting an advantage. Hype for the In Your House pay-per-view. Savio and Razor Ramon teaming up. And then we see Shawn Michaels and Double J. Men on a Mission are facing Savio and Razor. Sid and Diesel, with Lumberjacks. Then we go to a squash match. Rad Radford, aka Louis Spicoli, facing off against a enhancement talent. Spicoli comes off the apron on the enhancement talent. Pretty basic deal. He's not there very long. Double underhook suplex on the outside. Moves which for the time are pretty intense. By this point, Spicoli has been to the area of Mexico. He's done the Madonna's boyfriend things. Also, he's facing off against Scott Taylor. 2 minutes 38 seconds. Andrea lifts as guest ring announcer for the bout. During the match, it's announced that Radford would face Fatu the following week. Fatu, of course, doing the make a difference, basically anti-gang violence, anti-violence in general thing, which is a character that doesn't really get over. Made a try, but it just doesn't really happen. Anyway, Scott Taylor, who at this point is a couple of years away from being part of Too Cool, but at the same time, some hard shots by Radford. Radford then manages to get a run on things there, and ultimately, you know, getting a modified bulldog, among other things, getting the victory. But he, like I said, Louis Spicoli never really gets fully over at the time. Amazing, though, to go back to 1988. And he's doing enhancement matches, but, here it's a little different. Anyway, the highlights of Diesel bringing out lumberjacks from Raw. Amazing how much time is wasted on highlight films here. And I understand why they do it from the logic that not everyone watches every week. But if you're a really good entertainment company, you can get people to watch more weeks than not. If you basically promote things as being can't miss television. Skip and Sonny out next. Sonny basically insults the crowd for their looks. Highlights from the Action Zone and Barry Horowitz having the beginning of his summer run. And then we go to Skip getting a suplex snapped over on his adversary. Again, very basic stuff here. And again, that kind of history run by Skip of the Body Dadas. Pretty intense, as it were, and managing to do everything he can to keep things going in a positive direction for himself. Missing a drop kick and the attempted roll through, roll up, kind of cradle sort of maneuver for Skip. And, ultimately, why he didn't work out, no one would really be terribly knowledgeable in the sense of, how does that not come together? Russ Greenberg is his winner here. Float over 211 prior to the bout. It's announced that Razor Ramon 123 Kid, Savio Vega would face Uncle Zebekiah, Jacob, and Eli Blue the following week. During Skip and Sonny's deal here, footage is shown of the Action Zone 2 weeks earlier when Skip was pinned by Barry Horowitz, and Sonny takes the mic and speaks on commentary team, talking over her. Then we go to Adam Bomb pinning Kenny Kendall with a clothesline off the top rope, 2 minutes 31 seconds. During Bomb's entrance, Barry Didinsky from WWF headquarters promotes the In Your House 2 t-shirt for sale. After the match, Bomb throws several of the mini footballs into the crowd. They were really trying to get the Adam Bomb character over at the time, but he's not here terribly much longer. Maybe through the summer into the fall, the Adam Bomb thing doesn't work out too well in that regard. And then again, we go kind of into things from a very basic run. Adam Bomb again managing to go at it with the enhancement talent. Again, some punches, kicks, basic maneuvers, nothing necessarily worth writing home about by any stretch of the imagination, but it's here and it's the attempt is there to kind of get things going in a positive directive. Uh, the slingshot clothesline from Adam Bomb gets him going in that good direction, so to speak, and Bomb kind of hits a couple of clotheslines, a couple of big runs, promising that and during the In Your House review or preview rather, it's this coming Sunday, and the main match is again Diesel and the Psycho Sid culmination. That leads to the lumberjack match between the two. Also, WWF Intercontinental Championship on the line. Jeff Jarrett's best match on a national level ever, at least from my estimation. His match with Shawn Michaels, phenomenally done. And again, we go to the review of the um, With My Baby Tonight series video for what seems like the 27th time in a row. But anyway, we'll be back with more right after this.